Hey everyone, and welcome to the deep dive. Today we are going to dive into something that might seem really simple. I mean, like really simple, but it's actually super powerful.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we are going to look at lunchbox notes for kids.
Aha.
Yeah, those little messages you tuck in with their sandwich or their apple slices.
Right, right.
We're going to figure out why these notes can be so powerful, like how they can make such a difference, and
Yeah.
how you can really use them to connect with your kids.
Yeah, and how to get the most out of him.
Exactly. And the inspiration for this deep dive is an excerpt from the article called The Power of Lunchbox Notes. Little messages, big impact.
That's a good
I
one.
know, it's really fascinating.
It is.
So, okay, the article outlines like 5 main benefits of these notes, and honestly, they go way beyond just adding a little lunchtime fun.
Right.
Like, I was really blown away by some of these benefits.
Yeah, it's true. They kind of tap into some pretty fundamental psychological needs, especially for children.
Yeah.
We're talking about creating a sense of connection and building confidence and
Yeah.
even like fostering emotional intelligence.
That's pretty amazing. So let's jump right into it.
Okay, let's do it.
Benefit number 1, encouragement.
Oh, yeah.
Let's face it, school can be tough.
Absolutely.
It's like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
You've got tests and presentations and the social dynamics. It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, even as adults, we struggle with all that stuff.
Oh, totally. And for kids who are still, figuring out who they are and how to cope with stress,
Right.
a little boost of encouragement can go a long way.
Huge. Yeah, it's like having their own little personal cheerleader tucked away in their lunchbox.
I love that.
You know?
So the article talks about how crucial this external validation is
Yeah.
for kids, especially at this age.
It's so important.
I mean, think about it. They're away from the comfort of home.
Right.
They're facing all these pressures.
All day long.
Yeah. And then they open their lunchbox, and there's this note from mom or dad saying, I'm proud of you, or
Yeah.
hang in there, you got this.
Exactly. It's huge, right? It can be
They-
so reassuring.
It's like this little reminder that they're not alone,
Yes.
that someone's in their corner.
Exactly. Yeah. And these little moments, these positive reinforcements, they build up over time,
Yeah.
and it really contributes to a child's overall self-worth and their resilience.
Now, the second benefit the article highlights is connection.
Ah,
And this is something I think we can all relate to,
sure.
especially in today's world.
Mhm.
Everyone's so busy.
Yeah, always running around.
It's easy to feel disconnected, even for the people we love.
Yeah.
And for children, that sense of connection is so vital.
Yeah, they're so dependent on their caregivers for that,
Yeah.
emotional security.
Yeah.
And lunchbox notes, they become this symbolic bridge.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Right. It's a way of staying connected even when you're physically apart.
So it's more than just a note.
Yeah.
It's like a tangible representation of that bond.
Exactly. And imagine you're a child, right?
Mm.
You're sitting there at the lunch table, maybe feeling a little lonely,
Yeah.
overwhelmed, and then you open your lunchbox and boom, there it is.
That little message.
From mom or dad.
Oh.
It's like a warm hug right in the middle of the day.
It's so sweet. And you know what really struck me is that this feeling of being loved and remembered,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily diminish as kids get older.
You're right.
Like maybe the format changes.
Yeah.
Maybe it becomes a text message instead of a handwritten note.
Right.
But that need for connection, that knowing that someone's thinking of you,
Yeah.
I think that stays with us.
Oh, absolutely. It's a fundamental human need.
It is.
And in fact, research actually shows that strong social connections
Yeah.
are essential for our well-being,
Yeah.
both physically and mentally.
I totally believe that. Okay, so we've got encouragement, we've got
We
connection.
do.
The third benefit the article dives into is boosting confidence,
Yes.
which I think ties in beautifully with those first 2 points.
Absolutely.
Because when children feel encouraged and connected,
Mm-hmm.
they're more likely to believe in themselves and their abilities.
Right. And that's where the power of those positive affirmations come in.
Yes, like those little messages that remind kids of their strengths
Yeah.
and talents.
Yeah, like, you're amazing just the way you are.
I love that one.
Or I believe in you,
Yes.
you know?
And these messages are more than just feel-good phrases.
Right. They're not just fluff.
Yeah.
They actually tap into something called the self-fulfilling prophecy,
Oh, interesting.
where our beliefs about ourselves can actually influence our behavior and our outcomes.
Wow.
So if a child is constantly hearing those positive messages about their abilities,
Yeah.
they're more likely to internalize those beliefs
Okay.
and then act in ways that align with them.
It's like planting a seed of self-belief
Yes.
that can grow and blossom over time.
Beautiful.
And as we mentioned earlier, school can be a real challenge to confidence.
Oh, it is.
They're constantly being evaluated and compared.
Yeah.
Sometimes criticized.
It's tough.
So having these positive reinforcements from home can be so powerful.
It's like building up their emotional immune system.
I love that analogy.
So they're better equipped to handle those setbacks and challenges.
Okay, so now on to benefit number 4.
Okay.
And this one's a bit more lighthearted.
All right.
The article talks about how lunchbox notes can actually make lunchtime more fun.
Oh.
Because let's face it, lunch can get pretty boring.
Same old, right?
The same old sandwich, same old chips, day after day.
Yeah.
But a little surprise tucked in there
Uh-huh.
can add a little excitement and anticipation.
Right. It's true. And remember that feeling of opening your lunchbox and finding something unexpected?
Oh, yeah. It was like the best.
Right. It was like a little present.
Totally.
And the article even suggests adding doodles or jokes or riddles
Oh.
to make it even more engaging.
And I love that this goes beyond just being fun.
Yeah.
It can actually encourage healthy eating habits, too.
That's a great point.
Because if you pair those notes with healthy choices,
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of subtly reinforcing the importance of healthy foods.
Yes.
By associating them with positive emotions.
Exactly.
And surprises.
It's like a little nudge in the right direction without being preachy or overbearing.
Yeah.
And finally, the 5th benefit the article highlights is teaching empathy.
Oh, wow.
This one might seem less obvious.
Yeah. How do lunchbox notes teach empathy?
Well, by writing those notes, you're modeling an act of kindness and thoughtfulness.
Oh, yeah.
You're showing your child how to express care and concern for others,
I see.
even in small ways.
So it's like saying, hey, I'm thinking of you and I want to make your day a little brighter.
Exactly. And that message can have a ripple effect.
How so?
Well, because children learn by observing and imitating the adults in their lives. So when they see you expressing empathy through these notes, they're more likely to adopt those behaviors themselves.
That makes sense. And think about the long-term implications of that.
It's huge, right?
You're not just making their lunchtime more enjoyable.
Right.
You're helping them develop into kind, caring, emotionally intelligent individuals.
Exactly. And those skills are more important than ever these days
Totally.
in our increasingly, complex and interconnected society.
Wow. So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From building confidence to fostering empathy.
It's amazing.
It seems like these lunchbox notes can have a pretty profound impact.
They really can.
But how do we actually put this into practice?
Yeah.
What are some practical tips for making the most of these notes?
Oh, well, the beauty of it is the simplicity of lunchbox notes.
Right.
We talked about the why. Now let's get into the how.
Okay.
Like, it really doesn't require any special skills or tons of time.
You don't need to be a poet or a calligrapher to write a note that your kid's going to love.
No.
In fact, the article emphasizes keeping it simple.
Yes.
And focusing on genuine sentiment.
Right. Like sometimes just a simple, have a great day. Or thinking of you, scribbled on a napkin, can be more powerful than,
Right.
a perfectly crafted poem.
It really is the thought that counts.
It is.
And I think for a lot of parents, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Because we're all so busy.
Oh, my gosh.
Juggling work and family and life.
Yes.
And adding one more elaborate task to the to-do list can feel overwhelming.
Totally.
But with Lunchbox Notes, it's about quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
Okay, so the next tip the article gives is to personalize the notes.
Oh, yes.
And this is where you can have some fun and get creative.
For sure.
The article suggests tapping into your child's interests.
Oh, that's good.
Think about what lights them up.
Yeah, what are they into? Like, are they obsessed with dinosaurs or soccer or a particular book character?
Yeah.
Maybe they're learning about the solar system in school, or they're excited about an upcoming field trip.
Yeah.
Use those interests as inspiration for your notes.
So instead of just a generic message, you could draw a little dinosaur. Holding a good luck on your test banner.
I love it.
Or a soccer ball with "Score Big Today" written on it.
Yes.
Those little touches make the notes feel more personal.
Yeah, it shows your child that you're paying attention to their world.
Yeah, to what matters to them.
Exactly.
And it's also a great opportunity to connect with them on their level.
Right.
Use their language, use their humor.
Yeah, the article even suggests adding jokes or riddles.
Oh, fun to make lunchtime more fun.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Imagine their little face lighting up when they open their lunchbox and there's a silly knock-knock joke. Or a brain teaser waiting for them.
That's so cute. And speaking of surprises,
okay,
the article talks about getting creative with the presentation of the notes.
Yes.
It's not just about what you write, but also how you present it.
Right. Think beyond the standard sticky note or napkin.
Okay.
You can use colorful paper stickers, washi tape.
Oh, fun.
Let your inner child run wild.
I love it.
You could even use cookie cutters to create fun shapes. Oh, that's a good idea.
Stars, hearts, dinosaurs. The possibilities are endless.
What about those printable lunchbox note templates?
Oh, yeah.
That you find online.
Those are fantastic, especially if you're feeling a little uninspired.
Right.
Or pressed for time.
Yeah.
They provide pre-designed layouts, with cute illustrations and messages that you could easily personalize.
It's like having a little lunchbox note assistant.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about keeping things simple, personalizing the notes.
Yes.
Adding a touch of creativity to the presentation.
Right.
What else can we do to make these notes really resonate?
Well, one thing the article emphasizes is consistency.
Okay.
It's not about writing a novel every single day.
Right.
But it's about making this a regular, predictable part of your routine.
So even if it's just a few times a week, that consistency creates a ritual.
Yes.
Something your child can look forward to and rely on.
Exactly. Imagine the anticipation they'll feel, wondering what little message awaits them in their lunchbox.
It's so sweet. It becomes something special,
Yeah.
A little connection point in the middle of their busy day.
And what's really beautiful is that this small act of writing a lunchbox note can actually create lasting memories.
It's true.
These notes become little time capsules of your relationship with your child.
Years from now, they might stumble upon a box of these notes, tucked away in a drawer, and it'll be like opening a treasure chest.
I love that.
Filled with love and connection.
Yeah.
They'll remember the warmth they felt reading those words of encouragement. The giggles they shared over a silly joke. The sense of security knowing that someone was thinking of them.
It's like a tangible reminder that they were loved and cherished.
Exactly. And that's something that can stay with them long after the lunchbox is empty.
It really speaks to the power of these small, everyday moments.
It does.
They might seem insignificant at the time.
Right.
But they accumulate.
They do.
And they weave themselves into the fabric of our lives.
Beautiful.
Creating a tapestry of memories and meaning.
I love that.
And I think it's important to note that lunchbox notes aren't just for young children.
Oh, for sure.
As kids get older, those needs for connection, encouragement, support, they don't magically disappear.
No, they don't.
Teenagers, even college students living away from home, can benefit from these little reminders that someone's thinking of them.
Absolutely. And of course, the format might change.
Right.
Maybe it's a text message,
a
sticky note on their laptop, or a funny meme shared online. But the sentiment remains the same.
It's about staying connected.
Yes.
Showing them that you're there for them no matter what.
Exactly. And sometimes those messages are even more important during the teenage years.
Oh, totally.
When kids are facing so much pressure and uncertainty.
Yeah, it can be a really tough time.
It is.
And having that anchor of support from a parent can make a world of difference.
Absolutely. It can help them navigate those choppy waters with a little more confidence and resilience.
So regardless of your child's age, consider incorporating some form of lunchbox note into your routine.
I agree.
It's a small gesture with the potential for a big impact.
Huge.
And, it's not just about the impact on your child.
Right.
Writing those notes can be a really rewarding experience for you as well.
Oh, it is.
It's a chance to pause and reflect on your relationship with your child and express those feelings of love and support in a tangible way.
And sometimes in the midst of our busy lives, we need those little reminders.
We do.
Just as much as our kids do.
It's a win-win situation.
It is.
You're strengthening your bond with your child. You're creating lasting memories.
Yes.
And maybe even rediscovering the joy of simple, heartfelt communication.
Beautiful.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
I'd
love to hear from you.
Yes.
Have you ever given or received lunchbox notes? What memories or feelings do they evoke for you?